All right. Dog fans, Media Days is right around the corner, actually starting next week. So Georgia announced that for SEC Media Days this year in 2025, they're going to send Gunnar Stockton, quarterback, CJ Allen, linebacker, and Daylen Everett, cornerback. All three are first timers, and it's a good sign for Georgia. These are some fresh faces. I mean, we've seen Daylen Everett for the past few years. He's fantastic, and CJ Allen burst on the scene 2 years ago, had a decent year last year. But all three, it's their first time getting in front of SEC media. So for Gunnar, it's a big deal for him. He's now the face of Georgia football. He's QB1. It's his team now. With Carson Beck gone, the spotlight is directly onto Gunnar. And there's already haters out there. There's a viral video going on about how this one guy thinks Gunnar's going to be the worst. But we have faith in Gunnar. If Kirby has faith in a quarterback, I trust Kirby. Kirby has not let us down when it comes to sticking to a quarterback. We were all proven wrong with Stetson Bennett. So if you ever have any doubts, just remember how great it was when Stetson Bennett was a quarterback, when you were all complaining about how bad it was. So trust in Kirby. Gunnar Stockton is going to be good. But at Media Days, it'll be interesting to watch how he handles the questions about leadership, expectations, and just taking over offense that has really been restocked and loaded with talent. I've talked about this a lot with just the pass catching position at Georgia. So wide receivers, tight ends, even the running backs. This might be the deepest talent pool of pass catchers that Georgia's ever had. Absolutely reloaded in the wide receiver room, getting some big time portal transfers. Zachariah Branch out of USC and Noah Thomas out of Texas A&M, already showing great promise on the field. We saw that at G-Day. And then you throw in Daylen Taylor, one of the 5-star receivers that came in early for spring practice, just looked like a beast at G-Day. So he's going to be a person to really keep your eyes on. And that opens up space for Dylan Bell to do his thing at multiple positions. But it's all going to come down to Gunnar. Can he be that point guard of the offense and just get people in the right position and get them the ball so they can make plays? Because he's got a ton of playmakers around him. All right, and then you got CJ Allen. So interesting stat about CJ Allen. Pro Football Focus graded him as the #1 run stopping linebacker in the country last year. That's crazy. That's amazing. And that's a great sign considering the recent history of Georgia producing Butkus Award winners. It's been kind of a staple under Kirby. He's got 3 so far. Could CJ Allen be the next? Yeah, there's a great chance. He's fast, he's physical, and he can get after it. And that's not hype. That's data. And go check out Pro Football Focus. They know what they're doing. At least I think they do. But expect him to get some questions about just anchoring the defense. There's a lot of new faces on the defense, and he's got to be the one. He's got to be the quarterback of the defense to make sure everybody gets in the right position, the right calls are made, and everybody does their job. He's going to be that. He's going to be one of those big leaders on the defense. And another big leader on the defense is going to be Daylen Everett. This guy, he's a veteran. He's gone from being, a player that Georgia fans love to hate on because he got picked on when Kamari Lassiter was across the field from him and no one wanted to throw at Kamari. So you got to throw at somebody. So it was going to be him. And I believe that helped him grow as a corner more than anything else, because the past 2 years after that, he has been absolutely shut down corner and came up huge in the big games, especially against Texas. I mean, both Texas games, he was huge, and he could have gone pro this past year, and he decided to come back, which really shocked a lot of people. So that tells you a lot about where he's at and how bought into the team's goals that he is. So we'll be watching how he talks about leadership and the chemistry with the defense and all the changes and what it's like taking on top wideouts. No longtime vets this year. So who are you most excited to hear from at SEC Media Days? Drop your top questions in the comments, socials, however you want to do it. And again, don't forget to check out our countdown series on the top 50 greatest dogs of the 2000s. You're going to want to weigh in on that one. We want to know who you got, who's in your top 50 or just your top 10. Who's your greatest of the 2000s? And we're just talking 2000s, not all time. Okay.